Greetings, my leaders. Greetings, my champions. Many people always attack us when we speak, especially about these fake men of God that are attaching themselves to Zanu PF. And yet, the issues that we'll be raising are real, valid, and very true issues. Passion Java hired Zanu PF youths still unpaid after the failed Harare event. We said it, and we continue to say it, and we shall continue to say it, that our people must get to a point where they wake up from their deep slumber. Instead of continually being used by Zanu PF and its surrogates, we continue to suffer pain at the end of the day. We saw how Zanu PF was going around advertising this very event of Passion Java, and we knew that something was going to happen. And I've always been saying that every time that Zanu PF places its hands on anything, whatever it is that they put their hands to, it becomes a disaster. Right now, as we speak, we have a report, and Alan Naka here says, in other news, Zanu PF Youth League members were paid US $5 only for being ushers at the fake Prophet Java's event. The provincial leadership is distributing the money. Nobody knows if they got more, and most of the ushers hadn't been paid. What's pan-African about this satanic Zanu PF official, satanic cult, Zanu PF official, which exploits its own people? Where is the pan-Africanist arcana to speak about this injustice to a people? Right. So this is what is happening. As always, we've been saying that these people, they are as heartless as Zanu PF is. The moment you see somebody standing with Zanu PF, supporting Zanu PF, definitely they possess the same spirit and the same heart of Zanu PF, which is ruthlessness, which is, vindictiveness, which is just crude, being crude and shrewd. This is the problem that we are always seeing. So there it is. Many of these young people have not been paid, and heaven knows what Passion Java really wanted to pay. You might find that probably Passion Java wanted to pay $50 for every usher, but now at the end of the day, every usher will be receiving $5, meaning that some of the money will disappear along the channels before it reaches the final end, because already corruption will always exist everywhere. Whatever amount that Java could have put, when it goes down through the Zanu PF structures, that money will continue to be, stolen at every stage, until probably by the time it reaches the final end, it will be $5 per individuals, and many may end up not receiving anything, like it is being said. But what is it that we are saying here? We are saying our youths must begin to wake up. We cannot continue to have our nation being abused, being taken for granted by Zanu PF and its surrogates. For how long have we continued to see our people being, taken for granted by Zanu PF? And it is what pains me most. It is the idea of having young people who are not waking up. We would rather understand if Zanu PF had taken advantage of some people that were older, and some people probably that were much older in the early years of 1980s and the like. But when we start to see the group that comes from the 90s and going up, these are people that must wake up. These are people that must not continue to run around, work with Zanu PF and be abused by Zanu PF. Till when? Because this is the very generation that must be standing up to whatever Zanu PF is doing. If we don't have a youth that rises to stand against the Zanu PF, we will continue to have Zanu PF running. And this is the problem that we are facing in the nation. And Mnangagwa and Zanu PF, they've also seen this, the bringing in of people like Java, like the Mighty T's, and all these other celebrities. It is to make sure that they wanted to hoodwink the youth. And unfortunately, because of poverty and because of gullibility, our youth are found, just singing praises to Zanu PF and Mnangagwa. And we have seen this happening even on that youth event that happened in Mashingo. That is where Mnangagwa used the advantage of using the young people to begin the slogan of 2030 Njenge Chipo. So we don't want to see our youthful people continually being abused and being misused by Zanu PF. We want our young people to wake up. These young people are the people who are supposed to be telling the old people, the old Madalas and Magogos, that no. You were cheated. You were cheated by Zanu PF during your times. Zanu PF has been using lies and propaganda, but unfortunately, this time around, things have changed. We are a new generation, a generation that understands the changes in times, and we are not going to be gullible to ZANU-PF and resist ZANU-PF and make sure that everything that they plan will not work. The young people right now in Zimbabwe are the majority. The people that are right now at voting age are more than the old people. So if all young people of Zimbabwe can wake up and resist the moves of ZANU-PF, we would easily see ZANU-PF falling to the ground and crumbling. So this is the situation, what is happening on the ground. Our people being used, being abused by these fake men that call themselves men of God. They are very far from being men of God. We really need change in the country, change in the church, change in the government, change in politicians, and change in servants of God. Then our country will begin to move and flourish as a blessed nation, not what we are seeing happening right now. So we need to continue to demand for the freedom of the Zimbabwean people. Our country must be freed from ruthless people, rogue people, from shrewd contrivers. We need people that have a heart for the Zimbabwean people, who allow Zimbabwe to develop, Zimbabweans to have an opportunity in their country to rise up, to show that indeed we are in our own country that cares for us, that is able to take care of its own people. So this is the update that I had for you, family. Thank you so much for those that have joined us on the show. Remember, as always, to subscribe to the show.